In our State of Green Business report this year, one of the 10 trends we talked about was the sharing economy goes B2B, and the opportunities out there as companies start to look at how to do what's in the B2B world, what's obviously happening so much in the consumer branded world. And then we're going to go to a next one great idea. It's going to sort of talk about how that ride-sharing economy comes to the business world. And to talk about that, please welcome the CEO of Ride, Ann Fandozzi. Hey, Ann.
Thanks a lot. Hello. My name is Ann Fandozzi, and I have the pleasure of running a company called Ride. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to tell you a little bit about it today. So we're going to start with some visuals. I don't know if any of you can remember back to that sense of freedom when you got that first set of car keys in your hand. I don't know about you, mine was a 1979 Cutlass Supreme with a 2x4 on the back, but still felt very freeing to have my own set of wheels. And how many of us think through those weekend getaways in a convertible with your friends, the wind through the hair, you know, those great memories. The morning commute, that calming influence that I hear laughter in the audience, you know, when you can just be very zen and enjoy the open road. Wait, not you? Yeah, me neither. I'm guessing the laughter meant that all of you experience the same morning commute the rest of us do, which actually looks a lot more like this. It's a harrowing experience, one you often need time to get over once you get to work. But you're not alone. In 2015, I'm going to give you some stats that are just incredible. In 2015 alone, Americans spent 2.6 million years just stuck in traffic. 2.6 million years stuck in traffic. And then we do it again on the way home. You know, we choose to do it every single day. So when you think about other areas of your life, we've used technology to optimize many, many areas of our life. Saving time, getting more sustainable, whatever it is. But for the commute, we haven't. We continue to do it the same way over and over and over again. Let me give you some more stats. In the US alone, 110 million people commute alone in their cars every single day, twice a day. They spend $382 billion on that commute. They spend 22 billion hours in traffic. I mean, just think about these statistics and what we could do with all that money and time. And then 276 million tons of carbon emissions created by the commute every single year. It's hard for me to think about carbon emissions. I think about trees that would have to offset those carbon emissions. And when I think about trees, I think about Central Park. Lots and lots of trees. This is equivalent to 200,000 Central Parks required to offset these carbon emissions every single year. 200,000 Central Parks. It's staggering. So on top of all of that, it's a very stressful environment, the commute. There have been a lot of studies about what that stress does. Stress in general, you know, belly fat, gain weight, all of these terrible, terrible effects on your body and your mind. I'm waiting to come up with a claim, use Ride, lose weight. I think at that point, everybody's carpooling to work. I'll let you know when I get there. But that's next on the horizon. The numbers I shared with you are just the commute. When you think about what cars do in general, I think we could all understand it's shocking in terms of the economy. It's shocking in terms of the environment and what the implications are. So what's the answer? Well, I think we can agree it's not more roadways. That's not the answer. And I love public transit, but the idea that our infrastructure can keep up with the growth in population, that's just not something that's realistic. There is a lot of press about driverless cars. I love this concept, but even the most optimistic of forecasters puts any proliferation of driverless cars at least 10 years out, if not decades out. But even if we had driverless cars tomorrow, all that would happen is that all of these driverless cars would just sit in traffic together on the way to work for hours and hours and hours every single day. Right? So what's going on? How do we actually solve it? Well, enter the carpool. Great idea. It's been around for a long time. Lots of popular culture around the carpool. It's easy. It can literally be done tomorrow. It's very social. It allows us to save the environment, save money, all of these great things. So what's going on? This idea's been around, right? But it hasn't taken off. Cities are trying to incentivize the HOV lanes for people to get together. Companies, many of you here have been trying to incentivize employees to car share, right? Often in the case of discounted parking, sometimes financial incentives, sometimes days off. And still, it just hasn't taken off. So what if? What if there was a technology that allowed carpools to form instantaneously? What if there was an app that you guys could launch in your companies that would allow coworkers to get matched for their commute, allow them to manage their ride, allow a seamless exchange of money so there aren't those uncomfortable conversations about, what's my share of the ride, all the while helping you reduce your carbon footprint and reduce lots and lots of parking spots, which can be reclaimed for much better purposes than just having cars sit there for 8, 10, 12 hours a day. What if? Let's look at those stats. So this example is a 10,000 person company, so whatever size of your company, just adjust accordingly. If only 10% of the people were to use ride and carpool, it would be like giving these people a $3.5 million raise without it costing you anything, because these dollars are generated just by sharing the cost of the commute. It would allow these people to reclaim hundreds of thousands of hours of wasted time stuck behind the wheel of a car, stuck in traffic, and would offer thousands of tons of carbon savings. Thousands. What if? What if the world looked like this?
Jill is running late. Again. Her neighbor Ed is also running late. Overall, Jill's not a big fan of her commute.
Oh, you think you're so cool in the carpool lane, don't you?
And neither is Ed. Jill thinks she's good at multitasking.
So much. Wait, hold on.
And so does Ed.
Oh! Son of a...
Hi, sorry. Yeah, we were on the phone and then we got cut off.
Although they have never met, Jill and Ed have one more thing in common. They work at the same place.
Really, lady? Come on, you're not gonna move your car?
Please, I'm so late.
Surely there's got to be a better way.
What is ride?
.com.
The Ride app suggests the right carpool for you and a few coworkers. The app coordinates the pickups and drop-offs and works out all the details.
Karen?
Yeah, it's Jill, right?
It is. Hi. Who's next?
We're picking up Ed, who is right here.
Riding together. That makes more sense.
Hi, I'm Ed.
Jill.
Like a yogurt parfait?
Sure.
Apparently you twist it.
Thanks.
Take back the commute. Download the app at ride.com.
Thank you. We love this idea. Ride is a turnkey solution for companies. Ride allows you to launch a technology that saves employees literally thousands of dollars a year. It's like giving them a raise without it costing you anything. Reclaim hundreds of wasted hours. Typically, when I get to this portion of my talk, the very first question a company executive will ask me is, okay, Ann, but what does it cost? What does it cost the company to get all of these benefits? This is my favorite part of the answer. It's free. Ride is a free app. It's a turnkey solution for companies. We have an entire kind of launch plan in a box. It's a very exciting future. We think it's a big idea. It's one that will allow us to reinvent the commute, but reinvent it together. That's the only way it's going to happen. My name is Ann. I'm Ann@ride.com, just A-N-N, no E. I thank you for allowing me to share my idea with you today, and I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you.